Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk About It Tuesday. I am Dr. Suzette T. Robinson, and today we're going to talk. I have a couple of things I want to introduce to you all. First of all, I want to tell you how appreciative I am of those of you that are tuning in each week on the lives and the pre-recorded recordings. I am so thankful for that. I'm glad to know that this information is helping someone. And so I want to just kind of tell you what's up and coming with P2P. We have an upcoming curriculum that will be coming out really soon that will be talking about the hair follicles and the scalp and different information that people really want to learn more about. So we're working to get that done. And these are some of the topics that will be in the book. It will be hair follicles, dealing with the scalp and skin. We will be talking about how the hair grows, how to continue to eat healthy and how you can take care of yourself from the inside out. I think that's one of the major things that a lot of people want a lot of information on, is learning how to really take care of themselves from the inside out. On yesterday, I did a class at Tuscaloosa, at the hospital in Tuscaloosa, and I'm going to tell y'all something. We are some blessed people. There are some people that are going through some traumatic things in their lives, dealing with cancer. And I had the pleasure of being in the company of, it was about 5 ladies dealing with, that are going through chemo. And I was listening to some of the things that they were expressing to me that they're going through, that they're experiencing as they're going through their treatments. And, you know, it just made me appreciate and be very thankful for my very existence, because, you know, some of them were so upbeat in their the way they talked, the way they, you know, they just were so glad and had so much gratitude. And just to listen to how the treatments are done was amazing to me, because it's a wonder if they even feel like, you know, even coming to the sessions and different things that we have there. But I learned so much from them that I want to share with you. Many of us don't take a lot of time to prepare our foods, and we're in a hurry, so we kind of pick stuff up on the go. Well, because we're not taking that time that we used to in preparing our food, knowing what's in it, what we're eating a lot of things that's working totally against our bodies, and it's causing more problems. And I'm not just talking about hair loss, I'm just talking about problems in general. Hair loss is one of the things that we deal with, but there are so many other situations that we have to deal with because of poor eating habits. And just listening to them, and we talked about a couple of things, talking about eating right for your blood type, that came up in our conversation, and I shared with them some things that I had pulled out from the book, and I also shared the book with them, because I realized that if we learn more about eating right, our bodies will start reacting in the way that it should. Well, we talked about hormones, and because a lot of them are going through different types of radiation and chemotherapy, their hormones are imbalanced, and so they're having more than just hair issues. They're dealing with skin issues and things like that. You know, it's traumatic, first of all, for anyone, not just women, but anyone to start losing their hair. And once that hair start coming out, you know, the first thing we want to do is try to find a solution to cover it. And I was listening and talking to one of the ladies in the group, and we were talking about different coverings, different wig pieces. And I realized because some are going through chemotherapy, the skin is very sensitive. So just a standard wig, they may not be able to wear because, it may irritate the skin. So then we have to talk about different head coverings. And so we use this book, which is TLC by the American Cancer Society, which gives a lot of different types of coverings that they can get to cover their heads. And cosmetologists, you may get somebody to come in your chair that may be sitting in there that may need head coverings. I'm going to tell you, if I were you, I would subscribe to this book to have this just in case you get a client that may come in, and you may want to help them by being able to allow them to look through this to possibly find head coverings, because everybody can't wear a wig. Everybody's not going to be able to put on weave. It's just a lot that they can't do at this time. The first question that was asked to me was about eyelashes, and during the time that they're going through their treatments, we do not recommend that they wear false eyelashes, even though they're losing them, and they realize they don't have them. And so through the program, we help teach them how to, while they're going through their transition or going, different things are happening, how to put on the makeup, how to, just try to, as you're going through, learn how to put concealer on in areas where they might be dark and the skin may have blotches and things of that nature. So it's a lot to learn, but cosmetologists, I'm telling you, you may want to get into this. This is really good because people will be sitting in your chair, barbers too, and and they may need help. So you want to always have the proper education to be able to help people that are going through different transitions. Well, the first thing I know that people would like to do is to get a wig. Well, we can't, and again, I said we can't just go get a wig and put it on them because of the different fibers, irritation of the skin. So some wigs have to be totally custom for them, because when it's one size, when you have hair, like when I wear my wigs, I have this hair up under here, so my size actually changes. But when, let's just say if I didn't have any hair, if I was totally bald, then I would have to get a wig to fit the size of my head. So, we were talking, and in this book as well, they have the wigs, the different wigs that you can order for them and, to help them out. And these wigs are created with the correct type of caps and everything that will help them as they're going through their treatments and different things, and it will not irritate the scalp at all. So, even some of my clients that come to me, some I will order a wig for them. I will order a wig for them, especially when they're going through chemo and they can't stand to have a wig on for a long period of time, but they want to look good while they're going to their appointments, maybe to church, to the store or whatever, and they wanted a great fit. And even though some are just hair is gone totally, where they have bands that you can get that are good for their skin while they're going through chemo, and it's a band that they can put on and put the wig on, and the wig will not move, because one of the biggest concerns is once they're going through the transition and they've lost their hair and they got to get back out in the workforce or going to church or just get out in public, they are self-conscious because they don't want that wig to slide off. Okay, so this is a great book to have. If you want to know how to get it, you can inbox me. I'll tell you. But I thought to kind of bring some information, because sitting there talking to them and going over information to help them. It's always good. I'm telling you, it's always good to have information in your facility for them to pick up, or anybody, or they may know someone. All your clients are not going through chemotherapy, hair loss, or any traumatic situation that will cause them medication. Because everybody that's losing their hair is not a cancer patient. People are losing their hair for various reasons, stress related, just life. So you want to make sure you have information. You always want to have information around to help people. Some people sitting there waiting. They may be looking. People that are going through. I'm also a breastfeeder. So I do the prosthetics, the breast. So in this book, it has the bras and different things that they would need as they're going through their transition, you know. And so, and I'm like this, if I'm doing clients, 99%, not 99%, but a good percentage of people that are going through or have gone through chemotherapy or had a mastectomy or something, you want to be that person. I like being that person. If they come in for scalp treatments, if they're coming in for a custom wig, if they're coming in for a prosthetic, cranial prosthetic, or a breast prosthetic, you want to be there to service them, because once they gain your trust and they trust you and you love on them and they need your services, you want to make sure that you have everything that they need in that facility to give them everything that they need. And this book, you know, you can get and have one in your facility. You know, get the information that you need. I was really impressed with yesterday, just being there. Each time I go, it's a blessing, and I meet some very interesting people. I leave empowered. I leave loving myself a whole lot more than I did before. I often tell the story of when I was growing up. I was I didn't like myself a whole lot. I put up with me, but I didn't really like myself. I could pick out all my flaws. I could do all of that about myself, but I have learned to love me. If I love me, it's not hard for me to love someone else. Okay? So, you know, this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. You know, I go and I conduct workshops for the Look Good, Feel Better program, which I thoroughly enjoy. I work with numerous women that are going through situations that's dealing with self-esteem issues, hormone problems. You know, women, we deal with quite a bit, just being a woman. And now it's children. So now, you know, I've got to get some training for kids, because it's important. It's important to be totally trained in this field to work with the different people, because I found out you may be skillful in this, but you got to learn this. So it's like a whole, you know, just learn it all. Just learning how to be a servant to people that need what you've learned. Learning how to be there when they need you. Also, P2, I told you about our curriculum that's coming out. Also, we have a new line of shampoo, conditioner that's in production, and I'm very excited about that. And that started with my clients and their various needs, learning how to mix different types of essential oils to give them the results that they need, whether it be dryness of the skin. One lady was talking to me about her hormones had been removed, and so she was dealing with brittle hair and dryness, and I think I talked about that a little bit last week. But as a result of that, I had to sit down, study her, do a case study on her, and take time out to study her medications and create a shampoo just for her. So, and I tell cosmetologists, hair practitioners, trichologists, it's never time that you're not studying. You should be studying all the time, because you're going to get different people that's got different situations going on. And I tell you, healing is in the earth. Everything we need is in the earth. And as I study the earth and I study the different herbs of the earth, the essential oils of the earth, you will find that everything you need for healing is right at your fingertips. And it's just a matter of studying, reading, understanding, and allowing what you've learned to take you to a level where you can start putting it together to create shampoos, conditioners for various different types of situations that's going on, eczema, you name it. So I have a shampoo that will cover cleansing, eczema, just different types of scalp disorders that's coming out. Some sugar scrubs for diabetics, and just regular sugar scrubs. We have those. Also, we have a scalp soother for those that deal with itchy scalp. And that was created because my husband had this extreme dry skin and scalp. I mean, flaky beyond measures. And I said, Donnie, I realized he had a deficiency, and he had needed vitamin E's, C, D. So he had a deficiency. And also I said, well, he needs something that he can lubricate his scalp to keep him from, being so dry. And so that's how the scalp soother came about. Start mixing it. It works extremely well for him and other clients that I have. And it's also good for your skin, so you can put it on your skin. So we're steady working to create different things that will help the need of our clients, because just seeing people and listening to different things, and I'm a great listener, because sitting there yesterday I learned something from them, because it's interesting to know how people feel when they have to undergo chemotherapy. And I sat there, and that was my first time really listening. I'm talking about really listening. This particular young lady was talking about how the effects of it, and how they have to prep her even before she get ready for chemo to see if her body can receive all the things that they're going to do within that day. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she says it's a 7-hour process that she have to go through. And so, you know what? That lets me know that people that's going through different things to survive, to live from day to day, we shouldn't take it lightly. And in our fields, we shouldn't take that lightly either, and I don't. So I'm very, very, very passionate about what I'm doing, and I take it very serious, and I continue to learn, because there is so much to learn. When you think you know it all, you'll find out you don't really know much of nothing, because there's so much to learn. We're forever learning, and I love learning. I didn't like it when I was in school at all. Nothing. But I realize as time has gone on, it's essential to learn. So I'm speaking this to someone who's looking at this video. Whatever it is that you put your mind to do it with all your heart. Put your heart in it. Don't let other people tell you what you can't do. You tell yourself what you can do. Put yourself in a position where you can get what you need. And if I could be of any help to anybody that's looking to further their education in becoming a hair loss specialist, practitioner, or a trichologist, please feel free to reach out to me. You can inbox me. You can reach me on YouTube. I am on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I have a Twitter account. But most of all, you can send me an email on P2P information7@gmail.com. I'm looking forward to hearing from some of you all. And here's this book again. So if you want to look at it again, you can. Hopefully you can see it. And it has, again, it even have those that are getting the inserts in the bras, that needs to get the inserts in the bras. You can order them from this book. So, wigs, plenty of wigs. You know, bands, those that want to wear hats, you know, those that want the gray, the different colors of grays in here. I really like this book. This book is called TLC, Tender Loving Care, and it's just that, Tender Loving Care. So, hopefully, I've shown you something that's interesting to you, that you might want to get into. Once again, you can contact me, and that's P2P information7@gmail.com. It has been my pleasure once again to talk to you, to bring you information. And let me tell you something. If you're looking to become a breastfeeder, inbox me. I will tell you how you can get into that, because things like this is so rewarding and so beneficial. And I'm going to tell you something. I volunteer for some things that I do, because let me tell you, everything that you do, you got to give in order to receive. And it's very rewarding for me, because out of that come a lot of clients. And also, you know, I let them know when they ask me about insurance if they can file their cranial prosthetics on their insurance, and they can. I am covered with the government. I'm covered with the VA. I'm covered with Humana. I'm with TRICARE. I'm with Blue Cross Blue Shield. And so it's a couple of more that I'm going to sign up for, that when people come, if I hadn't heard of your insurance, you know, I will become a provider for that. So there's so much out there that can help those that are in need. Position yourself where you can be a help to someone in need. Once again, it's been my pleasure. Got to sign off. And I've enjoyed this little talk. And tune in again next week. I'm not quite sure what the topic will be. I'll try to put the topic out there before. You know, so if you have some questions, you can. I would love for you to send questions so that we can talk. And then if something you want to talk about, please send them in, and we'll use it as a topic, and we'll talk about it, or we'll get information that you need. Once again, it's been my pleasure. Dr. Robinson must sign off. There's more work to be done. Thank you. And YouTube is P2P BHAM, okay? So you can contact me with that. So once again, we thank you. Enjoy you. Be blessed and live.